Hello, this is Robert Cappuccio. We're here in sunny Las Vegas, Nevada at the Ideal World Conference. My guest here today is Annette Lang. Before we get started, hold on one second. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, it's
Thanks
Annette's
a
birthday
lot.
today, so please wish her a happy birthday. Thank you. Well, Annette, I've been wanting to talk to you for a long time, for multiple reasons.
Okay.
But being that we have 18 minutes, tell our listeners, or viewers more appropriately, a little bit about your background and your philosophy.
Okay. Well, in a nutshell, the best that I can say is I knew I always wanted to work in this profession, but I didn't know how to get there. I always knew I wanted to help people feel more motivation towards movement, not even like fitness. I never knew how to do it because I didn't want to be a physical therapist. I didn't see myself as being like a coach in the traditional sense. So I sort of like lost focus on what to do. And then I was in Europe in 1983 and saw socialized medicine, really trying to educate people on, how to take care of themselves. What's your goals? Know your blood pressure, stuff like that. And I thought that's what I want to do, is help people find their own motivation. So I started working in health clubs and, took this path and that path. And now I find myself as a personal trainer and an educator to personal trainers. I'm getting really specifically to that groove that I want.
Now, for those of you who don't know, many of you do, but if you don't, Annette travels the world. She's world-renowned. She presents at almost every major conference in the fitness industry. So, what was your first job? And briefly, because I think this is really interesting. I know it is for me. How'd you go from your very first job as a trainer to international presenter?
Right. Well, and also I think this fits into, as far as like my philosophy, is I started with Nautilus workouts, helping people with Nautilus routines. And so that's when I thought that was the only way to work out. That was the best way.
So where was that?
That was in Florida, Gainesville. And then I moved back to New York. I'm from New York. And did a little bit of management stuff. And then started working at Equinox. Met Bob Asquari, was a full-time personal trainer, scared to death to take that leap and leave management and go to personal training. And I felt that was what I wanted, that interpersonal relationship. And so that's where I started. And then luckily, it was at that tipping point where the industry just wanted to get more organized with personal trainers. And Bob Asquari said, "You're here, let's go." And we started teaching and helping.
It must have been fantastic meeting up with such a pioneer. Like, if you don't know who Bob Asquari is one of, from the business aspect, a lot of people don't know this, but Bob Asquari is a major pioneer and has had such a significant influence on the evolution of this industry.
Absolutely. The way the systems are in health clubs, definitely started by him. But so anyway, then just, kept tweaking that. I found myself loving the personal training. But then, I did sales in Florida too, and I found that, I love talking to people. So I found myself as a trainer always thinking, am I telling them what to do? Is this my idea? Is this their idea? Like, how do I get better at getting them to buy into this whole process? So that's where I started, sort of tweaking those thoughts.
So who is quintessentially Annette Lang? What's your philosophy?
Right now I find myself so adamant and almost like pointing out to the fitness industry, like, shame on us. What are we doing to make it more complicated, more confusing for that average consumer to not know what the heck to do, how to get started, what to do, which program, and am I contributing to that? People always tell me, like, some of the things I hear, oh, you're in great shape because you're a trainer. Wrong. I'm in great shape because I want to be in great shape. It has nothing to do with being a personal trainer. So that's what I try to get across. I don't want to be a zealot. Fitness isn't my life. My life is my family, my friends, my goals. I just want to help people with their program, but I'm not perfect. Why do people expect that? Are we trying to make other people feel like that? They have to be that way.
I heard you say something from the stage at Meeting of the Minds in Keystone, Colorado, not too long ago, and it was brilliant, and I want to ask you about that. You said that if you had a client who, had a bit of recidivism or had the occasional, if you will, cigarette and cookie, you wouldn't get on them for that. Obviously, you're not a cigarette and cookie advocate.
I like
Maybe
cookies.
cookies. Yeah, it's not a bad thing. It's good for your emotional health, obviously.
Yeah, right?
This is falling off here, so I'm just going to pull this right here. Do you mind? Does it look good?
That looks great.
Oh, maybe it's a new look for me. So tell us a little bit about the psychology behind that. Why do you say that?
Because I I got a master's degree in health education, and one of the prime thoughts in that degree is voluntary behavior, voluntary changes to your behavior. Nobody will quit smoking cigarettes until they are ready to quit smoking cigarettes. So with fitness, we are told we're the experts. I give you a program, I tell you to do this. And now I think with the maturity of the coaching profession, we're learning from that philosophy on, I gotta get your input. It's challenging as a trainer because I have some clients who go, just tell me what to do. So I have to find that balance of, do you want that? Do you need that? Or do I need to get you more to help me with when you're ready? If I walk in to see you and I say, hey, did you go running last week? We talked about you were going to run 3 times. And you go, no, I didn't. I have to accept that as being okay, or else we're not going to go forward from there.